Hiya there. This is Conspiracy Corner, and I wanted to tell you all about something I think I figured out recently. So, The Economist had an issue of their magazine called The World in 2015. That's 2015. And on the cover of it, they had a very elaborate picture. And if you look at the lower right-hand corner of that picture, you're going to see a picture of Alice from Alice in Wonderland and two yellow arrows. Now, the arrows are labeled 11.3 and 11.5. Now, it turns out that on March 11th, the World Health Organization announced that the world was officially in the midst of a pandemic. The World Health Organization is located in Europe. And Europe, the date March 11th would be written as 11.3. So this matches the label on that yellow arrow. Now, what about Alice? Well, turns out that on April 11th, that's 11.4, a man was arrested in New York City for plotting to bomb the Alice in Wonderland statue in Central Park. So, this is exactly halfway between 11.3 and 11.5. We got this connection to Alice, who's there in that picture with those two arrows. So the question is, what's going to happen on 11.5? That is, what's going to happen on May 11th? Well, it would seem to make sense if the World Health Organization came out and announced that the pandemic was officially over. Why do I think that's what's going to happen? Well, it's because Mike Pompeo himself said one time on TV that we were in the midst of a live exercise, much to the dismay of Donald Trump himself, who said, "You should have told us sooner." Now, live exercises, of course, have an official start date and an official end date. So make a lot of sense that the start date of this live exercise for March 11th, that's 11.3, and the end date were May 11th, that's 11.5. So it seems to fit. So I think that's what's going to happen. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that the coronavirus is suddenly going to disappear. Doesn't mean that there won't be any lockdowns around the world anymore. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the World Health Organization, I think, is going to say that the pandemic is over on May 11th of 2020. Now, the reason I've entitled this video Alice in Plunderland is that, well, just as Alice fell down a rabbit hole and ended up in some weird alternate universe that didn't make a whole lot of sense, well, the same thing has happened to us the last couple months, hasn't it? And we're in a land where all of a sudden we're getting plundered left and right. Our freedoms are getting plundered. Our money's getting plundered. Our right to worship is getting plundered. Our right to social interaction in person is getting plundered. Our right to having a sense of accomplishment in the world, getting a real job done in the real world, that's getting plundered. And soon they're going to be plundering your property, and soon they're going to be at least trying to plunder your soul too. Don't let them get it. Remember, if you're wondering if you can trust the government, just ask a Native American. They'll tell you if you can trust the government. Alright, that's all for now. I'm out.